Well, good afternoon and welcome to Soda City Live. I'm Sierra Artemus.
Happy Monday to you. I'm Billie Jean Shaw. We are here in the Soda City Live kitchen with another refreshing holiday break in your day. And we're in here for a special reason. Sierra and I wanted to try what is now becoming a viral recipe, a viral post out about Mayo eggnog.
Yeah, so the condiment brand Hellmann's shared an eggnog recipe to its social media, and now lots of folks, like Billie Jean said, are trying it. Not only are we trying it, but we're making it, and we're coming right out of the gate with it to make it happen. So first, we're gonna start off with our ingredients. So we have our cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla. We have our milk and our heavy whipping cream. So before we do anything, I do want to zhush this part up. I didn't get to zhush this up, but this will be.
Get to what, Sierra?
Zhush it up.
What is a zhush?
Zhush it up means like, you know, when it needs to je ne sais quoi, it needs to, need to have a nice little.
A little topping.
You know.
A little whipped cream.
You know what I'm saying? Like just to make things look nice.
That looks nice. So this is how the final product is supposed to look. Sierra so graciously went and put all of this together. Whenever you are done with TV, you should really go into like decor because you do a great job with that.
Well, I appreciate you.
You do an amazing
job. So I wanted this to be a pretty quick segment. So again, if you're just tuning in, it is literally eggnog with mayo, Hellmann's mayo, hence the mayo here. So what I've done before the show was I went ahead and prepped some of the things. So we need 3 ounces of heavy whipping cream, 3 ounces of milk, a half a tablespoon of nutmeg and cinnamon and vanilla, and I already have that out as well. And we're gonna also use a little bit of simple syrup. Now this recipe actually calls for rum and some other alcohol, but we are not gonna be doing alcohol on television, but I did find a little mini bottle that we will not be adding, but it's just there so you know some of the things.
If the grown folks want to make it at home,
right,
you can. But for TV purposes, we're going to keep it cute and do virgin eggnog.
Absolutely.
Because we already added mayonnaise, and I don't know how all of that mixed together is going to taste. So what's the first step? So
the first step is you're going to add all of your wet ingredients. So they're already measured out. Billie Jean, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have you pour both the milk and heavy whipping cream into our blender here. I'm going to step over to the refrigerator so that I can get some ice so that it can be cold. Now they are cold, but we need it a little bit colder and a little bit thicker.
And how much heavy whipping cream and milk do you use?
So it's 3 ounces of each, and we'll also be sure to include this on our website. So if you want to get crazy and experiment at home, you can do this, but yeah.
So I'm going to say this, and that's already been poured. I'll move this over here. People who bake use mayonnaise for different reasons. Now, I know this is not like a chocolate cake or anything, but I actually like mayonnaise. I might be in the minority in that. I like mayonnaise. I think that it may not be that bad. That's my guess. Sierra, what about you?
You know what? I'm all for trying, hence that's why we're here. But for a lot of people, I know my fiance, when I told him that mayonnaise was in chocolate cake, because a lot of people use it because it's whipped egg, he doesn't like mayo, so when he found that out and he loves chocolate cake, he was a little thrown off by that.
But you don't know unless someone tells you.
Right, exactly, exactly. So we have our cups, we have our pre-measured milk and whipping cream. It calls for a cup of ice. We're gonna add that. We're gonna throw in our nutmeg and our cinnamon, doesn't matter which order.
Is there a certain amount that you need to have of this?
Half a teaspoon of each.
Okay.
So you're gonna do a half a teaspoon of each, and you can put that half a teaspoon of the vanilla extract in there. So we're not doing a lot. Now we're going to put, not yet, because
okay. We need the mayonnaise.
We need the main show, you know, what's it called? Main character energy. So it needs, you need 3 ounces of mayo as well, and that's how much comes in the small small container. So pretty much everything.
Oh, that's a lot.
Oh yeah,
I was expecting a little dollop, like a little dollop of Daisy. I wasn't expecting the whole container.
Yeah.
I may have to retract my statements upon further research. But we're gonna see.
But what we might end up doing is we might come back to this later, just because we do have a couple more things we want to get to today. We're going to make it here, but we might end up having to drink it later on.
No, we need to try it now. Fresh out the gate.
Would you like to taste the spoon?
No. But we got to try it fresh out the gates. Get the true experience, because if it sits, I don't know if it's going to separate.
Right. And you know what? There's a trick that I do at home whenever I want to get the last little bit of...
Is this it? You adding water?
I'm adding water to the container so we can get all of it. So Billie Jean can be the first one to try it.
Now, y'all, the recipe didn't say nothing about that. They said scoop it out and get it.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so we apologize about the noise.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'll hold it.
And this is an old school blender, so I apologize.
This is realistic because we are basically in your kitchens at this point. So, homemade
Chop, chop.
eggnog.
I'm gonna chop and blend. And then we're gonna whip it. Since we have that heavy whipping cream in there, make it get a little bit thicker. Ooh,
And so you basically blend it until all the ingredients are combined pretty well.
Yep, and we can add just a tad bit more ice, excuse me, if need be, just to make it a little bit thicker.
Alrighty. I'm actually excited about tasting this. Let's see. Here we go. Uh-oh.
You know how when
Got
you
a
go
little
to
extra mayonnaise there on the side.
you know how when you go to restaurants and they take the tip of the glass and we should put some mayo on it and run the rim through it, throw some nutmeg on it
You know what? That would actually be cute.
for some added effect.
Yeah, but she did a great job doing that. It looks good.
All right, so now it's time.
Cullen,
It's
are you going to
time.
come try it with us? Yeah.
One of our
Everyone has to
TPs.
taste. Everyone has to taste mayonnaise eggnog. You wanna try?
So we're gonna make it look just
All right.
as good as this.
We're gonna pour Cullen some in one of our little nutmeg containers too.
All right. I'm a big fan of eggnog, but I've never made it myself. It's looking more like an egg. Oop.
Was that a clump of ice?
It's looking more like an eggnog milkshake. I mean, a mayonnaise milkshake. We've made our own thing here.
Okay, Cullen, come join us.
I'm gonna put just a tad bit of the whip in there. Yum. Yep, Cullen, come on. Oh, let's get you some
Yes,
whip.
we poured him a little bit. Okay.
Come on in, come on in, come in closer. And we're gonna put a little bit of our cinnamon on the top of it. If you could pass me mine as well.
Yeah.
Make it look nice and festive for the holidays. You know, you might have a holiday party this weekend.
And you may want to put mayonnaise in your eggnog.
I'm gonna
You'll
throw-
be the talk of the town.
Look how
Trust
nice
me.
that is. All right, guys,
Okay.
cheers.
Cheers. Okay, let's see.
I don't know if we made it right.
I think I got a chuck of mayo in mine.